Hello everyone and welcome back to Benchwire. We got a brand new podcast. It's season 2, episode 10. There's going to be a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel
all
if you're
the
new,
good stuff.
and do all that good stuff. Check our socials in the link tree down below and let's get started. So, what are we talking about? A lot of things happen.
Games.
We are going to talk about games.
Talk about
Week 9
some guys
happened.
coming back from injury.
Some guys having season-ending injuries. It's very devastating, but I don't know what you want to talk about.
But
we got a lot of things to talk.
There's only one thing that you can start talking about.
My fantasy quarterback.
CJ
Stroud
was
not one,
phenomenal.
Not 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns as a rookie.
It was phenomenal.
Sensational.
The
game-winning
Buccaneers.
drive with like 40 seconds left. He was great.
30 of 42, 470 yards, 5 touchdowns, no turnovers.
Yeah.
He might. I don't know if he fumbled.
But I don't know.
They had 3 receivers over 100 yards. Noah Brown, 6 for 153 and a touchdown. Dalton Schultz, 10 for 130 and a touchdown. And Tank Dell, 6 for 114 and 2 touchdowns.
2 former Cowboys.
One being the game-winning touchdown from Tank Dell. And then even Nico Collins, 3 for 54 and 1 touchdown in a game where he didn't really do much. So, yeah, they got something to CJ, man. He's going to be an absolute stud. Everybody kind of knew that, but there was the people that out there, they said he couldn't pass a certain test, like an intelligence test. He looked pretty smart out there.
Oh, yeah. I remember that from the offseason. But, yeah, looks like the best rookie quarterback right now. I think should be in the league.
I think he's run away for offensive rookie.
Right now, yeah. Unless, God forbid, an injury happens, I think he's the guy. Yeah. For sure.
I mean, biggest thing is on the season, he's 14 touchdowns, 1 interception.
1 interception. That's great stuff.
He's breaking out Ohio State curse.
And now they're going to play the Bengals coming up this week. That's a good matchup for them to see. Good test to see if they are a good team. We will see. I'm excited to watch it.
He's got the Texans at 4-4 in the AFC South.
They could make a playoff push.
They could.
They got a good
team. They really do. It's a young team.
Don't count them out. D'Amico Ryans, he's a great coach.
But yeah, let's also talk about the AFC North. Every single team is over 500. This tends to happen with them.
Yeah.
The Bengals at the bottom, 5-3. Browns 5-3. Steelers 5-3. Ravens 7-2. They steamrolled the Seahawks.
Yeah.
37-3.
That's a second good team they steamrolled.
And because of that, the Niners are all of a sudden right back in first place in the NFC West. Although they're tied at 5-3 with the Seahawks, it just makes it where that Thanksgiving game is going to be even more meaningful.
They play each other Thanksgiving?
2 weeks, yeah.
Ooh. Can we eat some turkey and watch that game?
Not Thanksgiving. It's before it.
So Thanksgiving week?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be one to circle on your calendar. Check it out.
Am I stupid?
No, you're smart. You're intelligent. He's Googling Thanksgiving.
I need to make sure that
it's like on the 20-something.
Well, yeah, we sit here and say that game's on the 23rd.
It's on the 23rd, yeah.
It is?
Thanksgiving.
Okay, so it is Thanksgiving night. Okay.
Yeah. So
that's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good game. I'm excited.
The Eagles, they're 8-1. They beat the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
We beat them for final score 28-23.
Yeah.
The defense practically let them go right down the field with no timeouts and like 40 seconds left in the game. But we were able to hold them off. And, people are going to complain about the refs. Listen, both sides got screwed over in certain ways. I mean, it's a divisional game. They're always going to end like that. They never end peacefully, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 pretty big divisional wins for the Eagles in a row, being the Commanders and the Cowboys before. They have that 3-game, even 4-game stretch still, where they have after this bye week.
6
after
games.
What I saw, shut the fuck up.
They're after playing this 6 weeks from now, right?
After this bye week, we play Monday Night Football against the Chiefs. Then we got the Bills, then the 49ers, and then 2 Dallas for the Cowboys. So that's 4 tough games in a row. And then we do have to go in Seattle, but
I say you go.
I think we could beat the Chiefs.
I say you go 3-1.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think our toughest game genuinely will be the Cowboys again because it's a divisional game. It always is.
Yeah.
Bills, Josh Allen, he's kind of hit or miss in some of his games, but he could very well go off. Even the Chiefs, I mean, it's in Arrowhead. You never know. 49ers, obviously, that's going to be a very tough game, but if Brock Purdy continues to play as he has, then I don't know. I mean, our secondary is kind of ass right now, so.
It's kind of dookie.
They could light it up. But we have a bye week. We're going to get healthy because our players have been getting bitched. And we don't have Goddard for
4 weeks.
We won't have him for the 49ers game. He'll come back for Dallas.
Yes.
Ironic.
We're going to talk about the Cowboys, though. Dak, he looked good.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a bad game
I was
going to
say, I did actually say during the game, like, Dak is...
He looked like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, 29 of 44, 374, 3 touchdowns.
CD
had
helped
11
a lot.
for 191. Bro, Bradbury was getting torched.
Well, Bradbury's washed.
I don't think he's washed. I think he's
How
a little
old is
bit...
he?
I think he's a little bit banged
Pretty
up.
sure he's 30 plus.
He's young 30s. He got time.
Young 30s.
Raiders beat the Giants 30-6.
No, stop.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you get that.
No. No.
Giants.
Caleb Williams season.
God.
Caleb Williams season. Top 5 pick.
I would say it was really hard to watch that Panthers game and see Bryce throw 3 picks after.
We're just gonna stop talking about the Giants.
Yeah.
We gotta talk. Are we gonna talk about Jones and the future?
We haven't gotten to injuries yet, buddy.
All right.
So
well, you barely talked about the Giants.
Let me transition.
We talked so much about the Eagles, though. Why'd you talk so much about?
Because that was a big game that fucking matters.
Yeah, but this is a big game for the Giants' future.
Fuck off. All right. So the Colts, they beat the Panthers 27-13. Bryce Young throws 3 picks. I'm saying it's hard to watch Bryce Young and not want to judge him after his counterpart just threw 5 and no picks. You know, against a good defense in Tampa. Yeah. So for him to go against the Colts, who they don't got an easy defense by any means, but I mean those picks were fucking awful.
Yeah, Bryce Young, not looking great. Could be Frank Reich. The coaching has been the greatest.
He has what?
Adam Thielen didn't do much that game. He's been his number 1 target. They
8 touchdowns,
locked him down.
7 interceptions.
Yeah.
He was solid the few weeks before. He beat CJ.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The Colts had something prime. It's not even a prime time game. The
Panthers, they got to look themselves in the mirror and see what is going wrong. I think Frank Reich might be out of a job. That's very possible by the end of the year.
Yeah, they don't. I expected a little bit more from them.
Yeah, I expected at least more than 1 win. That defense, like, you still have most of your young players, Brian Burns and all of them. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's just not coming together.
Josh Dobbs came in out of nowhere.
He is a guy. He is amazing, man. Like,
he was there for like 4 days.
Yeah, he was basically learning the whole playbook, like, while in the middle of play. Like, as what's his name, Kevin O'Connell? Yeah, he was literally telling the play and saying what the receivers were running, which routes, and he was able to deliver and get a game-winning drive and beat the Atlanta Falcons, who, man, oh man, you got to know how to use Bijan Robinson. Like, how the hell you draft him that high and he doesn't get any touches?
Listen.
Did you hear his quote today? I
did, and I have a great response to it. He said, his impact off the ball is incredible. Dog, you should see his impact when he has the ball. Like, give him the fucking ball.
I don't understand why you draft like him so high, you draft Kyle Pitts so high, and then you don't even give them the ball. They are playmakers.
He had the second most carries.
They're playmakers.
Look, second most carries, and he did a lot better than Tyler Algier. 4.6 average versus 3.2, and they gave Algier the ball more.
Yeah, it is honestly mind-boggling, but I don't know. I think Arthur Smith is going to be on his way out. He's going to get sacked. There's no way in hell, like, that can happen when you draft all these guys very high. I know Desmond Ritter's not the guy. Obviously, he's not the guy. They're in the QB market this offseason, but you have all these playmakers. Use them. Don't split carries with a mid-Tyler Algier when Bijan can be your lead back.
I genuinely think that if they were using Bijan properly, they'd be over 500 right now.
I know.
There's multiple games that he just didn't do anything.
He's a generational talent. Use him.
Yeah, but we should say Dobbs, he was 20 of 30, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and he also had 7 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Jared Hall, he got hurt, Jaron Hall, he got hurt, but he was 5 of 6 for 78. He was looking good in the beginning, but unfortunately he got hurt. It was a pretty big hit, if I can remember. I think it was a hit.
I don't recall.
But Dobbs got everybody involved, and that's impressive. It wasn't just stare down Jordan Addison or stare down TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah.
He was spreading the ball out, so credit to him. I feel like that's kind of feel like we kind of covered the games that need to get covered that week. Like Will Levis, he looked fine. He looked like a guy who was playing his second game in the NFL. Had a crucial interception. He did go down the field.
Yes.
But he threw out a pretty bad interception. I think the play calling could have been better as well on the Titans side. I feel like Levis was... Listen, I know he could throw down the field, but let's not act like he's Josh Allen right now. Make the playbook a little bit smaller, make some easy passes, and then you throw it down the field. Let that sort of be his X factor. Don't make that the part of the playbook, you know? So...
And they named him a starting quarterback for the rest of the year, so...
Thank God.
Good for him.
Because if they let Tannehill come back, Jesus, man.
You're ruining his growth as a quarterback, and you draft him that high. You want him to be the franchise guy, so just give him the opportunity. Season's washed. So, good job for Will Levis.
Yeah, so go ahead, talk about your injury.
All right, so if you didn't know, if you didn't tune into the shitty game the Giants played against the Raiders, Daniel Jones tore his ACL on his right knee. Yeah, so he's done for the rest of the season. And you know what? Tyrod, guess what? He's already out. He's on IR for the next 4 weeks. So that leaves us with Tommy DeVito. It's officially tank season in New York. But, yeah, so what does that mean for the future? So right now we had the 4th overall pick. And if I was Joe Shane and if I was Brian Dable, I would really consider taking a quarterback. I know you just signed Daniel Jones to this 4-year deal, making $40 million a year, yada, yada, yada. It's a 2-year guaranteed deal. So what they can do is that they can rehab Jones next year, right? He could be the mentor for the rookie.
He's already going to miss most of that
season. He's going to miss most of the season. It's kind of like a Kyler Murray situation. So, yeah, he could be the mentor for the rookie quarterback that you get. But if I were the Giants, I would do everything possible to get Caleb Williams.
So can I add on to that?
You can. Go right ahead.
So I actually think that the reason that they will go for a quarterback is because of the Leonard Williams trade. Because they have a second now, and they can use that second to trade back into the first, which then could help them get an offensive lineman as well, which is very necessary for them.
Yes.
Because I feel like you cannot draft a young quarterback like that and put him in that situation.
Yes.
I agree. You don't want to risk injuries. Listen, I also agree. Daniel Jones, he's not the issue, okay? He's not.
He's not the issue.
When you have the opportunity to take a guy who's going to lead you down the field, give you game-winning drives all the fucking time in the future, big games, you got to take it.
Yes.
You don't hesitate if you have a quarterback like Caleb Williams on the block. Even Drake May. I mean, Drake May is a great quarterback. Both of them, they're kind of 1A, 1B right now. So we'll see what the college football season, how it ends. Maybe Drake May moves up. Maybe Caleb...
Caleb is going to be
stays number one. I don't know. I feel like there's a chance Drake May could hide or can sneak up there, depending on the team's fit as well. I mean, Drake May has certain abilities that maybe Caleb doesn't, vice versa. Yeah, I mean, if you're New York, if you have the chance to go ahead and get a guy who's going to be the top of the league for a while, just do it, because you know Daniel Jones is not going to. Yeah. He's not going to be that. He's a good quarterback, but he's not that top 5 guy that Caleb could become or Drake May could become. So
he's like an average.
At the very least, you take an offensive lineman with that top pick, and then that early second, you go and you take a swing at J.J. McCarthy or one of these guys that's going to slip into the second round, but he's kind of a project, but has that high potential. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. They're probably my team of the offseason to keep an eye on, just because there's going to be a lot that they got to figure the fuck out. They're a massive market. You can't keep this up.
Yeah.
Well, your fans have already gone through enough.
They failed Daniel Jones. They just failed him. He gave him all these coaches in the amount of 5 years. I think he had 3 coaches. He had Pat Shurmur, Joe Judge, now Brian Dable. The offensive line has been dog shit every year.
I can't even blame them so much for that, because Evan Neal was supposed to be really good. It was supposed to be Thomas and Neal, and that's your franchise guys.
All right, you can have 2 tackles. You still need to build the interior. They have not made any moves. This whole offseason, they kept the same guards.
I think Schmitz will be good.
Schmitz, he's a work in progress. He's a rookie. I give him time. He's been dealing with the injury. I'm fine with that. But, the guards, they didn't make any moves this offseason to get any upgrades at your interior spot of the offensive line with the guards. So I think you have to target that this offseason. Because who we have now, they're awful. Because every play, Daniel Jones is running for his life, And that's why he tore his ACL. He was running from Max Crosby. His knee buckled. He stayed in. Next play, caught the shotgun, and he fell back. And that was his career.
So I didn't get to watch the game, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Did Evan Neal get pulled from the game at all?
He actually got hurt in that game.
Okay, so when
he sprained his ankle.
So when he's healthy, he should not be playing. Because I feel like Evan Neal seems the type of guy that kind of has one of those egos that could be a problem, but it's workable, right? He's a young guy. He was drafted high. Of course you're going to come in with an ego.
Mm-hmm.
He said some things to the media that he shouldn't have said.
Yep.
And he's in this place where it's like he's kind of a hated guy. So I feel like Dable needs to make a statement with him and bench him, even when he's healthy, to say, I know that you were a top whatever pick. Doesn't mean you could play shit and just get away with it. Like, figure the fuck out. Because you have the skill. We saw it in college. There's no way it just fucking disappeared.
I know.
So it's got to be some sort of...
I'm embracing the tank, so...
I mean...
At this point...
Just...
We got the Cowboys this week. Like,
oh, God.
It's going to be a bloodbath. Like, we're not winning that shit.
Yeah, but that's kind of how I feel about it. You got to make a statement.
I just feel bad for Daniel Jones because we failed him as an organization. We just did because we didn't build a team around him properly. We never gave him any receivers. We thought Kenny Golladay was going to be the guy. That didn't end up working out. Darren Waller, he's going to be our number one guy. Can't even stay in the lineup. Can't even get him the ball because we don't have an offensive line to protect for him. So they just failed him as an organization, and it sucks. I feel like he will not be a franchise quarterback with this team. It just won't happen. Maybe if he gets a fresh start, he can, revive his career.
I don't really know what team at this point would take him as their starter. I'm sure there's something out there.
I would say maybe the Niners take a chance on him as a backup.
Yeah.
Like a team like that, like with a good offensive-minded coach. I know Brian Dable's supposed to be that guy, but they don't have the team yet to do that for Daniel Jones. Mm-hmm. So maybe the Niners, possibly. Maybe the Falcons. I don't know. He might start there. That's an option. But yeah, I still think he's gonna be on our roster next year. It's just he won't be able to play because he will be hurt. So the rookie will be starting.
All right, well, let's get through a few more injuries.
It's unfortunate.
Kyler Murray, he is back this week. Thankfully, I'm very excited for that. I love Kyler, if people didn't know that. So he should be back. I'm not going to try to say his last name. The fast guy on the Dolphins.
Devin A-Chain?
Is it A-Chain?
Yeah.
Well, he's set to make his return week 11. So he'll be back in a few weeks.
That's good for them.
Khalil Herbert.
It's good for them.
Not that they really, no offense to Khalil Herbert, but they didn't really need him because
Dante Foreman's been
he was playing pretty good, but
pretty well.
Herbert's going to be back, so it's big for them. What else? We got Carson Wentz. He got signed to the Rams, so
good for him.
Yeah, I mean,
happy to see the Wentz wagon back.
They're probably going to start him this week if Stafford's not ready.
Yeah, they cut their backup quarterback, so he's starting.
Yeah, so that could be interesting, and then. Weirdly enough, Martavis Bryant, he was back, reinstated to the NFL, and the Cowboys said, "Come here,
let's take a chance," because we didn't do shit at the deadlines.
So we'll see. He's actually 31. He's so young.
He's young, but he's not good.
Well, he was, but
it's such a Dallas Cowboys player, though.
It is. He's not really gonna play, but
the mold of a Dallas Cowboys player.
Somebody already, a Cowboys fan's dude's gonna start over Gallup or Cooks. Stop it, dude.
No, there's no way in hell.
Bro, he's been gone for how long?
I'd rather have Cole Beasley.
I don't know about that.
I'd rather have Cole Beasley.
But yeah, he was apparently, if he didn't get the contract with Dallas, the Titans were gonna sign him.
Blake Martinez is back.
He is.
The Pokemon scammer. He's with the Panthers, if you didn't know. Giants legend. Anything else?
No. You said Will Levis was the starter, so I think that's all we got. I think we covered everything.
Bill Belichick might be on the hot seat. They were saying that.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff that we've been talking about in the beginning of the videos. We're going to try to get back on the schedule, but you never know. Listen, we're in college. It tends to happen.
We're back.
So
this is going to be out tomorrow. Wednesday.
So
Wednesday.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to, like I said, remember to leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Benchwire.
Out.